What's up, everybody? My name is Mike Newton. Some of y'all know me, some of you don't. And oftentimes I get asked, Mike, tell us about how you got started doing what you do. For a little bit of context, I've been a missionary working in cities across the U.S. for the last 18 years, starting out in Roanoke, Virginia, then Philadelphia, PA, and then now in Indianapolis. I'm on staff at the ministry called Young Life. And man, I'm just sitting here thinking, 18 years. I'm getting old. But no, for real, why do I do what I do? Well, starting when I was little, my grandmother tells me this story. She goes, Michael, I still remember the day when you told me you were going to be a missionary. So apparently I told my grandmother at a young age I was going to be a missionary. All right, I don't know where that came from, what that was, other than that it was the Lord's hand on my life. And as I grew up, I was in Virginia and was going to this great church, and it was in the heart of the city, and my family, like others, would drive from the suburbs into the city. And I remember distinctly riding in the car, always looking outside at just what was going on. And there's all these people that didn't look like me, and I was wondering, why does no one from around the church go to the church? We're hearing the gospel every week. The preacher's killing it, but what about the people that were just outside the church? I don't know if that was because I was tired of driving all that distance from suburbs to the city or what, but I just have to think it was a divine question that the Lord had put on my heart. As I was going as well, I started wanting to preach. I remember lining up the chairs in the basement, opening up my Bible and pretending that I was preaching, and just, of course, I was killing it in my mind. But that was something I was doing. I was imitating our pastor oftentimes. And then a distinct time, I think it was a turning point for me, was in 9th grade. We went on a mission trip to Cleveland, Ohio as a youth group. When we get there, and I was like, what's going on? At church there was very different than the church that I went to, and people were just praising the Lord with all their heart and mind, it felt like, and the experience was just totally different. Not that people weren't doing that in Virginia, but it was just expressed differently where I was there in Cleveland. And our church continued to go on these mission trips to these other cities and these other towns for the next 6 or 7 years, as I would go on those trips through high school and through college. And I noticed this about our church, is we would go on incredible mission trips. We would go all over the world. We would see missionaries everywhere. We would give to all types of things, but deep down I always had this question, what about our neighbor? What about those just outside the doors of our church? And I just knew the Lord was moving and stirring in me to do something about it. And I look forward to telling you about that in our next video.